Hey everyone, happy Tips Tuesday. Seth Turner here with Shane Severson, Team Severson. Here we are. Last week, Shane, you talked about buying a ton of homes this year. A ton of homes. Michelle was, a little nervous, a little mind blown. What's the thought behind that? What's the strategy? Can you elaborate a little bit more on your thoughts behind buying?
Because you think I sound crazy, don't you?
Some people might think you sound crazy to the average buyer. I get it, but some people are like, that's a lot of homes, man. This guy might be off his rocker.
So one thing that I'm putting together, Seth, is I've been in this business for a long time, and I've seen a lot of my friends not in a market like this. Not as crazy. Just your average growth, and they're multi-millionaires just from buying a few homes. Yeah. And I'm sitting here looking. I didn't grow up in money. Didn't have, I didn't get left a lot of money, and so I didn't know how to run a business. I didn't know how to do any of this. It took me a long time to learn these concepts. Now that I've learned them, it's like, oh my gosh, I'm playing catch up, right? So we're working on 2 graphs and 2 charts to teach people why not only buying one home makes sense. Let's say you're just somebody who's renting a home and you want to buy just one home for you and your family. What will that look like in the future for me? And then I teach a lot of investment seminars on why you should buy multiple, and so I'll break that down very quickly. So let's start with this graph that we created on purchasing one home. So these aren't crazy numbers. This isn't even, your average home is 680. We're not even starting the graph there. I'm saying if you just buy a starter home at 550, as crazy as that sounds, starting at 550, just buy a home at 550. And I'm not talking massive 15% increases like we're seeing now. We took the first 2 years at 10%. We're going to be there for sure. Let's say it decreases and goes to 8% for 2 years. And then your average for 70 years, it's grown for 6%. Even in the drops, even in all of that, it's grown for 66% appreciation a year. So we took those 10%, 8%, 6%. And after, let's just take, after 6 years of owning one $500,000 home, you have almost $400,000 equity. That's the growth. And after 10 years of just owning a home for you and your family, you have $617,000 equity. You were just talking about some friends bought a home how many years ago?
7 or 8.
7 or 8 years ago, and they bought for what?
For under 450.
Under 450, 6, 7, 8 years ago, and you just sold their house for how much?
805, just over 800, yeah.
In the bottom of the market.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So when I talk about seasonal change, they might have been able to get 900 or whatever it is. I mean, you just don't know, as crazy as the market is. So, and we met with them and timed that all out. But that's $400,000 equity in 6 to 8 years, right? Yeah. And so that's just normal numbers. I know it sounds crazy. I know people don't buy it. I know there's no way the market can continue, but it has since your grandparents. It's going to continue. Inflation is going through the roof. It's going to drive everything. Last little chart I'll do, and then we'll wrap up.
This one's cool.
I love this. We just created this, and that is if you buy, so you can buy one home if you're not an investor. If you're an investor, you can buy as many as you want, put 20% down, but you can put 3 to 5% down and buy one house every single year. And if you qualify, if you and your wife qualified for $550,000, by the time in 12 months, by the time you stick a renter in your home that you're living in, you now qualify because the rent offsets the payment, right? Yep. So you qualify for $550 and you can buy as many as you want. So it's a brilliant concept. Buy a home, put 5% down. You need $10,000, $20,000. You buy a home, you buy another one, you buy another one, and you're continuing to put equity out of the previous to buy the new ones. So you don't even need any more money to buy your second, third, fourth. I've got 20-year-olds doing this. I've got 19-year-olds doing this. My kids are doing this. I mean, they're buying a home every single year as an investment. And so here's how this breaks down. After year 4, you just bought one home a year. I'm talking only equity, okay? Not how much money you have loaned and values, equity. How much cash in your property you have.
Okay.
After year 4, you have $566,000. Guys, we're talking 4 years. If you are 25 years old, by the time you're 29, wow, you have almost $600,000 in equity. After year, right in the middle, halfway through year 5, you were a millionaire. 5 years to become a millionaire.
$1 million.
Why is Shane going so crazy? Because I know that in 5 years of owning one home, you can make $1 million. Why would I just stop with one, right? And so that's the concept. And so, yeah, after 5 years, you're a millionaire. And so that's what I'm doing with my kids. I'm basically teaching them that in their 20s, they'll own property. I know people always say, yeah, but you can't get that out. That's not hard cash. I completely disagree. Buy 5 homes, you got $1 million equity. After year 7, you got $1.5 million equity.
Wow.
Let's sell all the properties, pay your taxes, and you have $1 million cash. So anybody who says I can't get it out and do anything with it, absolutely untrue.
Wow.
You're gonna pay taxes, but you pay taxes on your income, right?
So you have 1.5 million in equity and 7 homes.
That's
After
it.
7 years. Wow.
And it's growing at a rate that's it's like a snowball now. So anyway, I hope that helps. We're teaching this stuff. Buy a home. Just buy a home, and you're going to have hundreds of thousands of dollars equity.
Yep.
We're not teaching get rich quick. We're not teaching. We're not about just making millions of dollars. That's not what we're about in our life. I'm a pastor. I'm about other things. I'm simply teaching principles to be wise with your money. So I hope that helps. If you are interested in buying a home, if you're interested in buying one a year, we have whole teams of people that are putting this together. Reach out to us. We'd love to help. If you know somebody looking to buy a house, reach out. We'd love to help them as well. God bless. Amen. We'll see you next week.